Hey guys, it's Alfredo with Alfredo's Auto Blast. Thank you for everyone that subscribes to my channel and hits like, and thank you for all those positive comments. You guys been asking me how do I deal with rust. So here are a few of my techniques how to deal with the rust problems. Unfortunately, not everybody's ethical, and or probably they don't know any better. And this is the end results: rust, rust, and this is not the worst I've seen. But it's definitely not in good shape. Same thing along the bottom. It's pretty obvious they use a reciprocating tool, either the extractor or the ambush or something like that. And when you have a pinch weld so close, you're really not supposed to use that. And if you do, you have to be really careful so that you don't damage that. I'm not against that tool. I'm just against not using it properly. I wouldn't use it here. I know there's a lot of people with good techniques. They could just get to the molding and cut it out. But there's other methods. I'd rather not risk it. But anyways, getting to the rust. As you can see, I have this nice blanket. This blanket covers the inside of the car very nice, very well. And I just tuck it in underneath here, under the headliner. And I use this, if you already have a Milwaukee, you could use the battery just buy a grinder from Milwaukee. And this wheel, it's a really fast working grinder. So let me show you, like you see this little spot right here. So here we go. You don't want all those particles flying in the air go to your lungs, so protect yourself, safety glasses, and here we go. As you can see, it grinds down to bare metal very fast, very efficient. And I don't have a wire brush, a wire wheel. And then sometimes with the wire wheel, it gets caught in the fabric really easy, or it can come off and you end up damaging the vehicle. So I highly recommend this. So this is, I just want to show you this one step. I'm going to make this nice and smooth, and then I'm going to add, I'm going to use cleaning metal, which will be phosphoric acid. They have these little sticks from Equalizer or wherever you can find it. Phosphoric acid, it cleans the metal very well. I'm going to keep on cleaning this off. And then, very important, follow your adhesive recommendations on how to deal with rust. I'm going to be using 5504G from Dow. I use Dow. And anyway, so I have to do two coats of that, and 2 minutes in between. So that's my procedure. And so I'm going to clean this off and finish it off, and then I'll come back to my priming. So I'll be right back. One quick tip I forgot to mention: you do not want to overheat the metal. So if you turn it black, that weakens the metal. If it starts to change color, so try to do one little spot at a time so that you don't compromise the integrity of the metal. So just don't let it change the color. So just do one little spot at a time, and that's it. Just one quick tip. So I forgot to show you when I have everything covered, but I still want to show you. So after you grind down with the grinder, sometimes if you hit the urethane, it'll actually put like a layer of urethane over what you're cleaning, the grinded area. So use a stainless steel brush and just brush it out, because you'll be surprised that you'll be removing urethane that got stuck over the grinded part. So it's very important to do that. As you can see right here, now you see the paint. You don't see that rubbery look alike. That's very important. Otherwise, you do the entire job and you primer over that urethane, but you never got to primer on the bare metal as you're supposed to. So that's one major technique. And as you can see, we got everything cleaned out. There was a lot of rust down here too. And on some places, it's hard to grind it off with the grinder. We also recommend this pen right here. It's I'm out, I used it all. It's from Equalizer. It has fiberglass. It's really nice to remove on hard to get places, or if you have a little rust spot, these are great pens. So I highly recommend that for like little spots. This one, I'll probably go through 30 of them to get all this cleaned up. So as you can see, it's all nice and shiny bare metal. That's your goal. And now I'm gonna clean one more time, and then clean if there are any flaps anywhere, and then apply 2 coats of primer. All right. So this is a really good example of what I was talking about. You see how there's urethane right here, just on top? Same thing right here. You could actually see the urethane that my grinder put on top of the paint, and that's what I'm looking for to remove. So I'm just removing it. So this was the time where you would apply your phosphoric acid, and that's why it looks so shiny and so clean. So yeah, I just wanted to show you what it looked like as I was going on this side, getting everything ready to primer. All right, guys. So if you're applying your primer, I'm gonna start here toward the top. In case anything spills down, it'll spill down into where I want to still primer. So if you are pushing down to the dauber, it actually, when you go kind of slow, you leave a nice coverage of primer. So take your time, be patient, and just apply it evenly. As you can see, I'm going farther down and farther down. In this case, we're better off priming the entire thing in case there was any contaminants. It's just better. I don't also believe in over prime, but in this case, it's better to apply a nice thick of primer everywhere just to make sure you didn't miss any of the spots. And something also very important, no double dipping. That means don't dip your dauber in the bottle twice, because all the contaminants are brought into the bottle for your next job. So I just want to finish doing this side really fast, because I have this tool here for a reason. I want to explain you something that you're probably not aware of, or you do know. You probably heard something but don't know. Alright, so shout outs to Mr. Jaime Mendoza from Dow. He's always very helpful in trying to spread the word and how to do this job right. So, alright, so really fast. I know a lot of people learn how to do auto glass with your pipe knife, blown knife, different names for it. And yeah, you get really good at it. A lot of people would kind of remove the fine tip off of it so that you wouldn't scratch. But just keep in mind, this blade is very fine, and if you do scratch somewhere, it actually goes deep into the paint, okay? And as soon as you pull it out, it would actually close like a wound. And then if you apply the primer might not necessarily go inside where you puncture, and you know, maybe it's a little tiny spot, a 1 inch spot. Well, that little inch, if they don't replace the windshield for a couple of years, that would turn into potentially a hole. So in case you didn't know that, that's another downside of using this. Now on days we have the BTB, highly recommended. Get yourself a BTB. If you don't know what it is, let me show it to you really quick. If I could find it. Oh, here it is. So this is the BTB. with this blade, you know, you go over the body and you won't scratch because these little wings on the side will prevent from scratching. You'll probably make a scuff mark. You still want to primer that, but you won't go deep inside of the paint and the metal of the vehicle. So highly recommend you guys getting one of this one. I need to close my primer so I have a long last on my primer. Remember how long you can use a primer because they do expire after you open it. So let me keep working, but I wanted to show you another part of the procedure. So here's a little update on where we are at. My 2 coats of primers have passed, 2 minutes in between, using 5504G primer from Dow. And now another thing that could really help, since we had this rust problem, it's the glass. So let me show you over here. We got to apply the urethane on the glass. So that's a benefit for this vehicle because as you can see, I applied the urethane right along the edge perfectly. So when the water comes from the roof, it's gonna have a proper drainage and drain out instead of getting the water stuck on the top. So that's a big plus, and that's sometimes a positive when you have a shop. You're able to do the 2-man set, or if you have a 2-man set team, or if you have a good setting tool that allows you to apply the urethane to the glass. So in this case, this is going to help the installation. So we're going to go ahead and install it. And thumbs up if you enjoy this video. If you have any comments, anything that would help, please add it, because this helps other technicians, even me. So God bless. Alfredo from Alfredo's Auto Glass.